to prevent the chest/cleavage wrinkles, or those sort of vertical lines, it's super important to start implementing the particular techniques that I'm about to share with you. Now, this is a video request that I've been receiving from more than one woman, so I still need to eat dinner, so like my mind's a little bit floaty, so just bear with me. I'm getting a hamster tomorrow, so I've been focusing a lot on that, but I really wanted to get this video to you today as soon as possible, just because I've been super busy and I know that this is highly requested by these particular women, so let's get to it. Now, firstly, sleep on your back, ladies. I have 2 videos on how to sleep on your back and how I do it. I've been sleeping on my back for over 5 years, and so I thought it would be fun for me to bring you to my bedroom. Oh, hello. And I'll show you how I sleep on my back, basically. So, welcome to my room. Okay, so here's what I do. So, lay down. Now, I don't sleep with any pillows, okay? But at least behind my head. But what I do is I put the pillows underneath my legs. So just pretend that these pillows here are like, you know, like the longer pillows. And then I simply sleep like this, but without any pillows, sort of. And then I put 2 robes. This is the most unflattering view, isn't it? But then I put my 2 cozy robes on either sides of my face. So they're kind of like those sleep pillows that people sell online. And I've tried those where it's like sort of, there's like a slope or something like in the middle for the head, but then on the sides, there's like these 2 sort of barriers there. I found that to be quite uncomfortable. So what I do is I take my robe and then I just sort of sleep with it right here, and that way it prevents me from rolling over on my side, okay? So this is super important because a lot of the times the sleep wrinkles, the vertical lines, it's simply from repetitive movements. It's kind of like wrinkles on the wrists or certain parts of your face. It's basically from repetitive motion, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Now I'll show you the particular robes that I use. I would encourage you to find 2 robes that you really love and where they're really soft, like a fleece robe sort of, and then you can sleep with them like this. So this is how I sleep every single night. I love that I'm telling the internet how I sleep every night, but this is how to prevent the chest wrinkles. And so that way it's so cozy, it's so comfortable, and I just sleep like a baby, okay? So let's get on to the second tip or technique. It's very sunny. Okay, so the second one, I wrote it down here on my computer, so I'm just going to reflect on that. So second one, oh, by the way, about sleeping on your back, make sure to do that at least 5 nights per week. There's this, it's called the Pareto principle, it's something like that, and it's called the 80-20 rule, actually. So 80% of the time you'll want to do it, and then the other 20%, it's kind of like, that's okay. You know, sometimes I eat too much food and it kind of feels painful to sleep on my back, so on those nights, then I'll sleep on my side. But when I sleep on my side, I use my robes as sort of like a barrier, and then I also put like a little piece of the robe like in between my boobs. I know this sounds obsessive, but I am obsessive, and anyway, that really does a great job at preventing the vertical lines, okay? There's also this particular pillow where it goes in between, it goes right here basically, and then you like wear this, it's called like a breast pillow or something. And so I saw it online. I thought, wow, that's a fantastic invention. So that is also something that you could wear while you sleep if it's super difficult for you to sleep on your back. And if this is something that you're struggling with, okay? So secondly, you'll want to cover up your chest in the sun. So of course this is like a no-brainer. The sun dries the skin out, unfortunately. I know it feels good, the warmth of the sun feels good, and it's helpful for vitamin D and all of that. However, it really does sort of age the sun. You know, my mom's chest, she's had these sort of like precancerous growths and stuff like that. I mean, she used to wear coconut oil and like baby oil out in Southern California where she grew up, and just like baking on the sun, and she was so tan and bronzed in her 20s and 30s. But now it's like there's these growths, right? And so it's super important to be aware of the sun. So whenever I go out in the sun, I have my shirt zipped up, or I just wear a hat. Like, it's like I'm being mindful of that. So that's something else to be super important, is to be, just be mindful of that. So thirdly, exfoliate with a dry brush. So this is a dry brush that I purchased online from a website called beautifulonraw.com. So the creator of Beautiful on Raw, her name is Tanya Zavasta. She's in her 60s and she's a fully raw vegan. Actually, she's not vegan, she eats raw eggs, but fully raw basically. And I've used lots of her products insofar as these like under eye sort of gels and really unique things like that. She's a very unique woman, and I've read all of her books because I get a lot of my anti-aging sort of techniques from, like, I've learned a lot from her basically. There's something to be said about learning stuff from people decades older than you. Now, granted, ideally they're a lot more intelligent, and it's important to be aware of, maybe I don't know everything, and to be receptive to information from people. If you want the same result, do what they're doing. So it's not just about listening to anyone who's decades older than you. It's like, do they have the result that I want? Now, at the same time, I'm 29, however, I feel like because I'm just so receptive to lots of information, I feel like I have information to share with you because I am humble in that regard. And I feel like that's the key, really, to growing continuously in life, for me anyway, is being humble is so key for me. It's been helpful for me. So anyway, so this is the dry brush that I use actually on my face. Now, Tanya Zavasta does it every single day. She dry brushes her face. So she basically exfoliates every day with a dry brush. And so this is what I also do to my chest and my wrist, just right here as well. So that's super beneficial. You want to dry brush for at least, I feel like, a full minute. And just sort of in this area, this will really help to prevent. And as well as like your shoulders, just right here. By the way, I'm super excited. This video is nothing really to do with the face. It actually has to do with the body. I'm so sick of like staring at my face in these videos. You have no idea. It's actually, I mean, I love helping you guys, but it's like I'm sick of looking at myself, you know? So so this is what you can do every single day for full 60 minutes. This is my favorite way of exfoliation as well. So number 4, there's 5 points, okay? Number 4, moisturize your chest every morning and night. So here's what I use. I use vitamin E oil. Why? Because it is very high in, I use almond oil because it's very high in vitamin E. So what I love to do is I'll put like a little dime size amount on my palm. Now I also use coconut oil from Costco. I get it in like these huge tubs. You've got to go to Costco and get some coconut oil. Like, they literally sell them in these huge containers, and it's just such a great deal. Like, I love Costco, right? So anyway, so this is what I use on my chest, and I use almond oil on my face as well. And yeah, the vitamin E is remarkable. So vitamin E also can be consumed internally with avocados. So I eat at least 1 avocado per day. And so that is how I sort of get my vitamin E internally. Okay. Someone said hi in the chat box. Hi. By the way, if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either your thumbs up or thumbs down. Just some interaction, any kind of interaction, I love. So, thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so number 5, start applying glycolic acid to your chest. Now, the brand that I use is called Neostrata. So they have glycolic acid creams for sensitive skin. So my aunt, when she was in her early 70s or mid 60s, I remember she just had the most beautiful skin I'd ever seen. And I was like, oh my God, Aunt Pat, like, what do you do? And she was partially blind. And so I just remember her sort of looking up and she said, stay out of the sun and use Neostrata. So ever since then, I've always used Neostrata. Now, this is perfect for you if you have sensitive skin or if your skin reacts to lots of chemicals. Neostrata is a perfect brand. I believe it's a brand from Canada. And so that's what I use. And the reason is because I believe that it's very pure. It's quite difficult to get a similar result in a bottle, like from a drugstore, which is comparable to an actual cosmetic sort of clinic, you know, like a non-invasive cosmetic procedure, like a vampire facial, like laser treatment, or all of that. Now, one more thing. So, there was one other treatment. Okay, so there's something else I want to share with you. It's called a Forever Young BBL, basically BBL. So it's like it's a laser treatment, and someone was asking about non-invasive procedures and which ones do I think are appropriate, which ones are effective. Honestly, anything that promotes collagen growth is effective. One of my hobbies is going around to cosmetic clinics and picking up their pamphlets and like reading about what they do, looking at the before and afters. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. So laser treatments are super powerful. Now, by the way, that's about it for the neck or for the chest lines, okay? So these are lifestyle techniques that you can implement on a regular basis. Now, what I was saying about the laser treatments is that they are super beneficial because it really penetrates the skin in such a way where the results are just magical and there's like no con to it, unless if it's being done by someone who's not professional. You need to make sure, like, are these people certified? Like, where did they go to school? What was their education? You know, like, especially like someone who's like putting something in your skin or touching your face with a laser or something like that. It's really important. I remember when I was in college and I went to a clinic to have a laser treatment done to address hyperpigmentation. And so he spoke Chinese, and I didn't really feel comfortable with it, but I felt like I should proceed with it because I wanted to have it done, so I was impatient. See, these are things to learn. Like, okay, maybe it's important to not be impatient. Maybe it's important to remember good things come to those who wait. So what I'm saying here is that, and he did a good job, but I feel like there wasn't really a noticeable effect, and it was about $300 or something for this like hyperpigmentation laser treatment. And by the way, there's laser treatments which you can get for your chest as well. But just remember that if you ever decide to go somewhere to have something lasered in regards to the chest, the cleavage wrinkles, like let's say if you already have some vertical lines and you're really wanting to like exfoliate it down to promote new skin growth, and then you go to a clinic, make sure that you feel comfortable. It's kind of common sense, but feel comfortable when you go there. Like if you have a bad feeling about it, then listen to your intuition, listen to how you feel. So that's something that I do. because I do get a lot of facials, and so I always employ that particular technique of listening to how I feel on the inside. You know, it's very important. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just do something. And comment down below what other kinds of videos you'd like to see. I'm so excited to get my new hamster tomorrow. Yay! She will be 2 months old, and she will be in my videos, and I think I'm going to teach her face yoga. I don't know. Yeah, so I ordered some dinner from Uber Eats, some sushi, vegan sushi that's arriving in about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to watch Real Housewives of Potomac. That sounds like a perfect Labor Day Monday to me. What are you doing on Labor Day? I would love to know. So, also, I just want to let you know that I will be doing a lot more live streams, like longer live streams, just so that we can talk in real time. Because I really want to get to know you more. I really want to get to know your desires, your goals, whether they involve skincare, face yoga, whatever kind of issues that you're having. I would love to be a part of your journey. So, and I would love to help you as well. Just because I have helped myself and other women with these same particular issues, so it's my greatest passion, it's my greatest joy. And I do receive a lot of questions. Where I went to school, I specialized in addiction counseling, and then I had like 8 years of post-secondary education, and then I did a degree in psychology, and then I worked with women addicted to drugs and alcohol. So I specialized actually in counseling, but the thing is that throughout those years, I was always passionate about skincare and about glowing skin and the acquisition of glowing skin. Although I'm not really sure it can be bought. It's more putting in the effort and using time as a form of leverage, and also having a healthy lifestyle. So that can't be bought. Discipline cannot be bought, right? So yeah, so I hope that gives you some clarity, answers your question, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon.